we've been speaking with women who are working to change perceptions of motherhood and what a mom should be. Our next guests are all moms who are making waves in their parenting communities, doing what they think is best for their children and sharing their views on parenting with the world. Destini Ann is a parenting coach and single mom to 2 girls, ages 9 and 4. Her videos on parenting have garnered her roughly 1.4 million followers on TikTok. Destini joins us now from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Dena Landon is a freelance writer and a mom of one 11-year-old boy whose articles can be found in a multitude of parenting publications. Dena joins us now from Boston, Massachusetts. Maritere Bellas is an author and bicultural parenting expert and mom of 2 adult children. She's known as the Latina Boomer Mom on Instagram. Maritere joins us now from Los Angeles. Thank you so much for joining us. Maritere, I'll start with you. Your children are now adults. When you were raising them, we always get this question about motherhood, work, and balance, and all of these things. A lot of people feel it's an unfair question to ask.
Yes, I think so. My goal was always to be there, to be present when I was at work and with motherhood. So I would be there when it was their time, and then when they were napping or they were at school or after they went to bed is when I took care of my work. And everybody's different, but that was my routine and it worked out. Of course, there were no cell phones at the time and no social media to keep up with, so I think it was easier.
So you think it was easier raising the kids then than it is now?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, wait a minute. Dena, do you agree?
No, but I do think that social media is a wrinkle with a child. Like, my son knows I'm on social media and trying to talk to him about being safe on it and how I'm connecting with it. And then, getting the question of, well, how many people liked that photo of me? It's like, oh boy.
Oh.
This is not a popularity contest. And trying to talk him through what it means and how it impacts his life, but it's not going away. So I'll also talk to him about being safe about it.
Yeah. Destini, I'll bring you in because actually, let me ask the audience, is it better to be the friend of your child or making a clear line? No friend. No friend. See, that I struggle with that. Let me play this video real quick. Take a look.
But seriously, though, why would you not want to be your child's friend? Friendship is about intimacy, listening, accountability, responsibility, growing together. You think I'm going to just give all that fun away to the other 8-year-olds in the block? I want in on that. Because how can I respectfully discipline you if we don't have a foundation of connection? How can I create peace in our home if we don't have a foundation of intimacy? How can you come to me when you're struggling with something if we don't have a foundation of trust? I know that I'm mommy. Okay? I'm the emergency contact. But I also know that this journey is so much smoother when I meet you where you're at.
Interesting. So Destini Ann, that went viral. Because that went viral. So many people had opinions about it. And I was unclear. So are you on the team friend mom side or a blend mom? Because I felt like you were saying blend mom.
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe in living in the space of and so while I am very much my kid's friend, it is very clear that I'm mom. I have boundaries. There are no's in my house. And I think that most parents live in that space of but for whatever reason, resonate with one or the other. But I resonate with both.
Why do you think that is such a hot conversation thing? When you start talking to parents, the audience here, growing up, my mother would always say, I am not your friend, I'm your mama. And it worked out for me, but at the same time, me and my mom have lockets that say best friend. So
Yeah,
I feel like she was an
an
and she didn't even know it. Take that, Mary Newton. She didn't even know it.
I think that there's polar opinions just because the definition of friendship in adulthood looks different than the definition of friendship in childhood. And so I think that at the end of the day, it's about connection.
Dena, your son is 11. That's that critical tween stage, about puberty-ish age. Mm-hmm. So reflecting on your dating life, reflecting on past mistakes and all of the natural things that change in one's body and one's mind. Are you prepared to talk about all the past, including, the mistakes or the things you would do over?
I've had to think long and hard about that one. I'm a girl, he's a boy, things are different. And he knows kind of the basics of the birds and the bees, but I think that sharing naturally as things come up and as he asks questions and in an age appropriate manner is kind of the task that I take.
Are there things, though, in your own past, and I'm sure we all have them in the past, if you think, wow, one day I may have to tell him this? It could be even, relationships or your parenting journey.
Not in a wild, crazy sort of way, but I am a rape survivor. And so I've had to think, how am I going to talk to my son about consent? And how am I going to talk to him about my experiences, which were negative for parts of my life? And I haven't yet. I don't think he's ready. He's 11. Right. It's not appropriate. Right. But I know that at some point the question's going to have to come up. So at a young age, I started working with him consent, boundaries around his body. This is what it means when someone says no. If I'm tickling you or we're roughhousing and you say no, I stop immediately. Yeah. And I give you that autonomy and ownership of your body. And then as he gets older, I'm never going to tell him the nitty gritty details. No. And I'm never going to go into like the nastiness of what happens. Right. But I am going to be honest with him about it because I think he'll find out eventually. Yeah. And I want to be the one to tell him.
Wow. I have to tell you, Dena, when we create this show, every show, we always say we want this to be like a brunch when you're 2 mimosas in and you're with friends you can trust and you've ordered the food and you can be yourself and be true. What you just shared with us, I cannot say how thankful I am that you felt safe to talk about that and to talk about the process of one day telling your son, because this is still national television. And I appreciate you doing that. No, it means the world. Well, you're gonna have to edit this part out because obviously you're not ready to tell him. So he won't be able to see this segment.
No, he doesn't go online and watch. He's aware that I write. Yeah. He doesn't go online and watch it or read it. But, knowing that I was gonna have to have these conversations with him someday, thinking very long and hard. And so it's like, okay, it's not just having to talk to him about rape. It's this was a thing that touched your mother's life. Yeah. And he loves me and he's protective of me in some ways. And I keep telling him it's not your job to worry about me or take care of me. And I'm trying to give him that freedom that when I do eventually tell him, there's not a burden on him. Wow. This isn't something he has to fix or take care of. I spent years in therapy or I wouldn't be able to talk about it this openly. Yeah. But to just say, this is a part of life's experience. This is unfortunately a part of women's experience. How are you going to handle it? What are you going to do? Right. Are you going to stand up for your girlfriends, your friends at school? Who are you going to be as a man?
Wow. Ladies, you have blown me away. I'm telling you, thank you so much for your honesty,